Good morning. Hello, full on hypocrisy. I was watching your comments over there, and you're right. You've hit the nail on the head there, kid. Uh, they've obviously been wanting my attention for a few days, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to them. Carla built her channel off my back, anyways, so I'll go ahead and give them a little bit of attention. Hey, Veruca, salty salt. And trust me, this is not a defend Brian stream because Brian hasn't changed. Brian is Brian. But now all of a sudden you got a problem with him, but you didn't have a problem with him, Carla, and misbehaving, and Samara and everybody else. You didn't have a problem with Brian when he was doing things that you now don't approve of. And here's the funny thing, Carla. Here's the funny thing. First of all, you're enjoying the shit out of this. So stop saying you got a pit in your stomach, or good morning, dog mom, or this is making me physically ill. No, you're enjoying the shit out of this. Because let's roll back. Hey, critters, let's roll back to where this started. And it started between an argument between Brian and Vinny G. Now, Carla, you just said at the end of your live, if you all want to come over here and tell me all about myself, why aren't you going over there to Brian's and telling him all about himself? That was exactly my point when I went on Brian's panel. You want to call Brian out publicly? Why the hell ain't you calling out Vinny G? But y'all didn't have a problem with Brian as long as he was doing things that, things that to other people. Come on, Carla, quit playing this little miss. Oh, my conscience got to me, so I reached out to one win. No, you reached out to one win because you were trying to beat Brian to the punch. That's why you reached out to Wendy. Hey, MOC. Miss Lee. It didn't have anything to do with your conscience or anything like that. You reached out to one win, Wendy, because you wanted to beat Brian to the punch for whatever he's got to hang over your head. Stop lying, Carla. Yes, and now Brian's reaching out to one win. Yes, you're right. But see, Carla has known Brian for long enough to know that once you open a can of worms with him, hey, Captain Obvious, it ain't going to stop. Now, they keep referring to my 14-year fight with Brian. My 14-year argument with Brian was over a true crime case in which I believe the person is wrongfully convicted. And Brian, on the other hand, believes that the verdict should stand. That's what we have fought about for 14 years. I have no idea what Brian has on anybody. I called Brian after after Carla went live and drug him. And I called him and I said, Brian, just leave them women alone, man. Don't even go there. But Brian ain't going to listen to me. But somehow or another, I keep getting drug into it. In her messages to Brian, she talks about the truth. What about me, Carla? I mean, what about me? And misdemeanor. Let me tell you something. You have run around here forever. Now, God knows I don't like defending Laura, but right is right. You have run around here forever saying that Laura doxed you. Laura didn't dox you. You went into her Patreon and on a community page, you put your whole bio. Now, maybe you didn't understand Patreon. I'll give you that. But why you couldn't just, I watched it happen, misdemeanor. I mean, misbehaving. Why you can't just admit that you screwed up, you didn't understand Patreon. You went on a community tab. They are victim. Well, I won't say they. Carla is a victim every single day. But when she's doing sneaky shit, like being a mole in a Discord and letting TNT listen to people's private calls. How about those pictures she made of Diane and sent to Brian? Not that I care. I thought they were funny as hell. What's next, Carla? What's next? But you keep, I'm not going to fight with you for 14 years. And then you had to bring Braden into it. Remember how I got my ass chewed for fighting with Brian over Braden? So I stopped. I let the little baby, I let the baby rest. And now you're promoting a website. Now, let's get this straight. Brian's a doxer. We all know Brian's a doxer. Brian's very proud of being a doxer. But because one person does something shitty, does that mean that another person should do something shitty? Because Carla is promoting a website that doxes Brian's entire family, including his deceased mother. So not only is Brian a doxer, but so is Carla. So is Carla. Let's not forget all the personal information that they spilt on misdemeanor, whether you like her or not. Exactly, hell on the ground. She's known it all along. Hello, Ben. But instead of staying out of two men's fight, which was Brian and Vinny G, Carla had to go live and announce to the world that she doesn't support what Brian's doing. Never said a word about what Vinny G said or what Vinny G has done to people on this platform. And I'll give Carla credit. Maybe she doesn't know what Vinny G has done to people on this platform. But for her to end her live with, everybody wants to come in here and tell me about myself. Why don't you go over there and tell Brian? Well, why didn't you go over there and tell Vinny G, Carla? Oh, that's right. He's not your friend. So you would rather call out your friend publicly than you would somebody that's not your friend. That makes sense to me. That makes all the sense in the world to me. Exactly. When did two wrongs make a right? But now we're going to call Brian a doxer because we all know Brian doxes. We've seen it happen. We watched it just the other day. I even typed in there, damn, Brian, you could have at least blurred out the info. But now Carla's a doxer. That name TNT gave her, Carla Farla the doxer. True dat. True dat. TNT was spot on with that one. Which I'm not dragging her into this. She's sick. She doesn't feel good. She doesn't want no part of it. End the conversation there. But all this time, you've been friends with Brian. You've sat in discords with Brian. And as long as he was doing creepy shit against people that you didn't like, then everything was good. But finally, you're ready to be done with him. Good morning, Shanna B. You're ready to be done with him. And you keep saying, I just want it to end. I've got a knot in my stomach. I don't want to fight. I just want it to end. Do I need to explain the word ghosting someone, Carla, to you? Because you have been live for the past 5 days speaking on this. You don't want it to end. You know why you don't want it to end, Carla? You don't want it to end because you're knee deep back into the drama where you say you don't want to be, but that is your forte. So now we're going to, hey, I'm perfectly fine with sticking a label on Brian's forehead that says doxer. But now we're going to stick it on Carla too. She said she read the website, so she knows what's in it. She knows his family is totally. I don't give a shit about Brian being doxxed. Who cares? But his whole family's in there. So, Carla doesn't care about doxing innocent people any more than Brian does. They are on equal playing ground when it comes to that. And Jen, I know she's been up in your ear, Carla. It's obvious she's been up in your ear. Well, I'm going to go on Jen's and I'm going to talk about this. You ain't run your mouth enough about it that you got to go to people that hate Brian? You think that's going to be a fair panel over there? Shit. I'd rather see you and Brian get on a panel and just duke it out. That's what me and Brian have done. Yes, he does, Captain Obvious. He wears that proudly. Doesn't make him a great guy. But I can't stand when somebody who has put up with somebody's bullshit for as long as she has with Brian, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm done with Brian, so now he's a bad guy. He wasn't a bad guy before, but now he's a bad guy. He was your friend, Carla. No, I'm not picking sides either. God knows me and Brian, we go freaking round and round. I did pick up the phone and call him and ask him not to come back at those women. But when they keep freaking poking. We all know Brian. Brian don't let shit go like that. Yeah, but Carla wants to be heard. Well, you've been heard. And people are sitting back laughing at your ass. Except for Vinny G's friends. Except for the ones that protect Vinny G and the shit he says and does on here. Brian did ask him to shut up. I don't know that would have stopped Brian if they would have shut up. I don't know if it would have stopped him because Brian is Brian. But I would have given it a whirl. I know my smoke alarm needs a new battery, but it's one of those ones that's wired into the house, so I don't know how to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of your thing, and just because you're using somebody's name. So you want to come back under somebody that you're not being critical to in the community, that's fine. Morning, Dova. But Carla, you've been wanting my attention. You keep throwing up this 14 years. I'm not fighting with you for 14 years. Well, we all know that's me and Brian over a crime case. And then you had to throw up that community post to drag little Braden up again. Remember when I got in trouble for talking about that? Sally Spencer, get on it. Get on it. Do a video about letting that baby rest. Come on, Sally. Get on it. Because that's what you did to me. And like I said, this is by far not. Behaving, you're right. I don't know what went on behind the scenes with Brian, but if you're going to sit here and try to convince me that you were under the impression that Brian was this meek little good guy that doesn't fight back or doesn't retaliate. Yeah, but see, I didn't play victim, Behaving. Here's the difference between what I went through with Brian and what you all are doing. I never played victim. I gave him as good as he gave me. You wish I didn't insert myself into something that doesn't have anything to do with me, but yet you have no problem with Carla going public and inserting herself into an argument between Brian and Vinny G. Is that what you're telling me, Misbehaving? Exactly, hell on the ground. You gave Brian a chance when you saw him making a positive change. Well, Carla has been friends with Brian long before Brian's positive change. And she was okay with it. So now you all are doxers as well, misbehaving, because you have promoted a website that doxes Brian's entire family. I don't really care that it doxes Brian. Why would I care if it doxes Brian? Brian doxes. So, but now you all are doxers. Because the two wrongs make it right. Ooh, that's not how it goes, is it, misbehaving? Carla can't speak for herself. She has to have a panel full of people. It's been that way since day one. Carla wants to come off as this squeaky clean. No, Carla, you're the one that allowed TNT to listen to Laura's Discord calls. We trusted you. You are a snake and a mole, and you always have been. Promoting that horrible tragedy on her channel is really in bad taste. Hey, when I tried to talk about what was going down in the Braden case, I got shut down. But see, they're promoting a website that doesn't tell the whole story. The whole story is that situation was like out of the wild, wild west. Yes, I lied, but I'm not a liar. Who said that? I was there for that entire situation. And I saw things on both sides. Like I said, Carla, you mentioned me in your messages to Brian. Yeah, leave children out of it. Nope. Carla done crossed that line too. Carla done crossed the children line too. Done crossed the no children line. So she doxes. Then she whines and complains she has a knot in her stomach because heels on the ground. Disgusting. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. There's a lot of disgusting people on here. Unfortunately, this isn't about MGL. But Carla just now, like, she had an epiphany. She had an epiphany. I'm not angry, Levi. I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about, but I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. I have no ulterior motive, behaving. Well, you just doxed his entire family, behaving, so that makes you a doxer too. Come on, let's call it as it is. And as far as Carla goes, she's been coming into my chats and everything. Yep, she had the same knot when TNT and Mandy Bell showed her the jig was up. Yes. Hey, just me. I don't have an ulterior motive, misbehaving. I don't have a dog in this fight, but you all keep throwing pokes at me. I'm not going to fight with you for 14 years. And Carla even mentions me in her private conversations to Brian. Well, what about the truth? What about the truth? What about the truth? What about the truth, Carla? What about me? What about me? Why are you even discussing me with Brian at 1 a.m. in the morning? Yuck. While he's in bed. And Remy, I got something to say about you too. You know what, Remy? I always have your back. It's a public blog, Behaving. You are right. Okay, do you know what that family did to him, Behaving? Levi, you're a dick, and you got to go, okay? Because, well, I mean, you're just a dick. So somebody get rid of Levi because, well, they're a dick. No, Brian Doxing isn't cool either. Not at all. Do you think I agree with what went on between those two families? You're telling me to get the fuck out of here while you're in my chat. That makes sense, Behaving. That makes a ton of sense. You're right. It doesn't make any of it right on both sides. Do you want to hear the stories now? You want to hear what's going on now? Behaving, you are being summoned by Samara. Yeah, so let's put it on the top of our chat and everybody click on it because it's a public website that doxes somebody's entire family, not just Brian. If it was just Brian, I'd say go for it. And if you ever want to know my involvement in the case, Behaving, hey, Johnny, if you ever want to know what I know about the case, hit me up. Okay. I love Samara. I don't have no problem with Samara. I've defended Samara since get-go. But don't sit there and call Brian a doxer. Hello, Betty Bologna. Bologna? Bollogna. Because Brian's a doxer, you're right. So are you guys now. Brian talks about people's children, you're right. So do you all now. So pat yourselves on the back there. You have to be able to agree to disagree with Samara because she's very strong-willed in her opinions. But don't sit up there and cry. We just want this to end. We just want it to be over. We just want it to end. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because Carla, if you wanted it to end, you wouldn't go to a panel full of people that absolutely despises your opponent and keep dragging it out. You don't want it to end, Carla. Own it. You love the drama. Come on. But please, for all that is holy, do not text Brian at 1 o'clock in the morning while he's laying in bed with his wife and put my name in it. That turns my stomach. I agree, Natalie. I said what I had to say, and my opinion was, and it stands. You should have stayed out of an argument between two men. But you didn't, Carla. And now it bit you in the ass, and you've known Brian long enough to know that it was going to bite you in the ass. We all know Brian has a car now, Betty. If I sit up here and I pick at Brian and he comes back at me, I know I'm going to get it back, and I'm going to get it back tenfold. I know this. Everybody in this community knows that. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't defend yourself against him. I'm not saying just lay down and take his bullshit. But don't sit on a panel. Oh my God, it gives me a knot in my stomach while you're in his private DMs wanting to be his friend again. And Brian, shame on you for putting those out, because not only did that affect, not only that wasn't just about Carla, that mentioned other people in those DMs, Brian. And what, are you worried about him contacting one win? I agree. She needed a new victim card. I totally agree. That's Carla. That's her. That's her. That's what she does on here. Maybe she can call that crazy lady that made the fake vax cards and get a new victim card. Wendy don't give a shit about any of this. Yeah, shtick. There you go. Betty Baloney. You think Diane ain't over there fuming, sitting there fuming over that picture of her sitting behind sitting behind bars that Carla made, the meme? You think that ain't just eating Diane up? That's why I was kind of like, you go, Diane, when she called it out the other night. That's right. I gave Diane kudos. Doesn't mean I want to be a part of her world. Yes, that was Carla that made that. But you know that's eating Diane alive. And sorry, I did get a kick out of it. I still get a kick out of it. Good job, Carla. It was funny. I got to give you credit on that one. It was funny. And you knew Brian was going to show it. You send him something like that, and then you expect it. Oh, he hurt me. He hurt me so bad by doing that. You made the meme, sent it in a Discord, knowing that Brian has no problem exposing a Discord. But I will give you credit. It was funny as hell, Carla. And I know Diane is probably sitting over there. Hey, I know Diane is probably sitting over there just fuming over that meme. Yeah, Carla made a meme of Diane sitting on a prison bunk in a jumpsuit, and in the background, written on the wall or something, it says, yo, yo, yo. And she sent it to Brian, or she put it in a Discord or whatever. I don't know if it was a private message or a Discord thing. And Brian posted it. But Carla wants it to end. But she's going to be on Jenny Jen Jen's panel this week. So, but Carla wants it to end. But she's going to go on Jenny Jen's, who is best friends with Vinny G. Yeah, it's in one of Brian's videos. You got to go watch it. One of the one, I don't know which one it is. He might have taken it down. I don't know. But it was a great meme. It really was. I mean, I got to give it to Carla. It was very creative. But see, now Carla wants to be a part of all of that. She wants to be a part of all of that. So in order to do that, she has to publicly ditch her friend, which was Brian. See, I'm not behind the scenes with Brian, you all. I'm not in a Discord with Brian. Me and Brian don't email back and forth. Yeah, I have his phone number. I have for years. Everybody has his phone number. But I'm not behind the scenes with Brian. But if I was, trust me, I would never give him anything that I thought, ooh, this is going to bite me in the ass. I know, Pixie. I've been watching a lot of the stuff too. Yep. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Carla doesn't do drama, Val. She's just defending herself, even though she started it. But I'm begging you, Carla, to leave my name out of your 1 o'clock in the morning text to Brian, begging him to forgive you. Why are you saying, what about the truth? What about the truth? What about me? Yep, I remember that. I also remember them putting out all of Misdemeanor's private information because they were done with her. I don't know anything about Misdemeanor, don't care, don't know what kind of person she is. I was in Patreon with her, never got that close to her. But they sat on a panel and put out all of her private information about her children and everything. Her children. Talking about her children. Yes, Diana's going around one by one telling people they can't call her a scammer. What the hell? Scammer, 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 scammer. What are you going to do, Diane? Come on. Quit being silly. Quit saying, stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. People aren't going to quit calling you a scammer, Diane. It's just what it is. Even your good friend Starlight said just a few short months ago that you earned the title and you're going to have to wear it. But I did find it ironic that you made a post about people profiting off of a missing child, which I totally agree with you on that part, Diane. But you profited off of sick children. So, really, Diane, when you post stuff like that, you're laughable. But hey, Carla's trying to get back in good with you. So maybe she'll apologize for that meme she made of you, which is epic. Yeah. She keeps going at the pigs on the ground. And yeah, I think what they've done is criminal. But she wants to talk about people profiting off of a missing child, but yet she profited off of children who are sick and in some cases terminal. Yeah, looks kind of funny coming from you, Diane. Sorry. But this isn't about Diane. Well, it kind of is, because that's where Carla's trying to weasel her way back into. Because see, once Jenny, Jen, and all of them get Carla in their grips, once they get Carla in their grips, then Diane will forgive Carla too. It's only African money. Thank you, Mel D. I don't care if it's Monopoly money. No, it isn't about Diane. But that's where Carla's trying to get her way back into. She's trying to get her way back into that group. So if she can be good friends with Jenny Jen, and Jenny Jen supports Diane, then boom, Diane will forgive Carla for that epic meme and everything she's ever said about Diane. I agree, Captain Obvious. I've said it from the get-go. Both sides are making money off of Summer Wells. Both sides. True, MOC. And here's the real thing. Now you got PayPals and stuff going around for Candace, or Cash Apps or whatever, and that's cool. If you're a real friend to Candace Wells and you want to help her during this difficult time, but Don's time in jail has nothing to do with Summer. I saw a comment. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It said, "Shame on that judge for putting Don behind bars in a time like this." Sorry, you break the law, you do the time. And I'm sure Don's fully aware of that. It's not his first rodeo. But again, this isn't about Summer. My prayers for that little girl continue every day. Bring her home. Bring her home. I don't make a dime off Summer. Never have, never will. When the drama community is inserting themselves into the true crime community, you know they are low on content and desperate for money. Well, you can't talk about Diane anymore. Knee deep in true crime or been at work, so you'll need to catch me up. Sure, Jan. Yet every time it pops off, there you are. How convenient. Okay, Ellie, no idea what you're saying. Hello, Bombshell. Long time no see. I don't know what Ellie's saying. See, I could make my channel blow up too. All I got to do is hashtag Molly Go Lightly or hashtag Bullhorn Betty or whatever. Not worth it. Hashtag Don Wells, hashtag Candace Wells, hashtag Summer Wells. Not worth it. I love each and every one of my subs. I love each and every one of the people that support me. But I'm not going to blow up my channel off the backs of that shit. They do want to be ponies. And they'll probably get to be a pony soon, Pixie. They'll have to work their way into that, though. Yep. Full on hypocrisy. You got it. It does take two to fight. It takes two to fight, Carla. So if you only have Brian over there being a numbnuts, saying shit to you. Thank you, Jenny Jen. Use this to call someone who cares. I'll send it back to you and you can use it for a laxative because every time you speak, you sound like you're constipated. Okay? But thank you. I'll come in and return that to you on your We're Fair and Partial panel. Okay, Jenny Jen. Or better yet, why don't you go give it to Diane for the kids? Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. She is cute. She's cute as a button. Jenny Jen is. She even wants to imply that she was doxxed with her real picture when her real picture's on her Twitter. That's like Diane saying she gives you strikes when you use her name, but her real name is on her email. But thank you for that $1.99, Jenny Jen. Like I said, I wish you would have put it towards a laxative because you totally sound constipated the entire time you're speaking. We all know what you're doing, Jenny Jen. Well, we don't like Brian, so let's go over and get in Carla's ear. Well, you helped Carla out a lot, didn't you? Because now you got Brian the pit bull up her ass. Good job, Jenny Jen. Yeah, back to Carla. Which you all know, I don't stay on long, but you know, I'm not going to argue with you for 14 years, Brian. Well, obviously you are, Carla, because you don't want it to stop. You're exactly where you want to be. See, don't claim you don't want drama and then jump in drama. I tried that once. I didn't shart. I just tooted Betty Baloney. I didn't shit my pants. But I know Randy had a whole live about it. It's kind of hard to hold them in. You know, I had a foot of my colon taken out. So, but I really didn't shit my pants. If I would have owned it. I'd been like, oops, I got to go. I just shit my pants. Remy talking about Brian's marriage. Remy, are you serious? After what we went through with you saying that Ninny and Hockey Mom and Republican Ash exposed something that you exposed yourself about your relationship? And you want to jump in their feet first and talk about Brian's marriage or unmarried or, I mean, I personally don't give a shit if he's married or not. I remember, Ninny. Well, I would have, Ems. I would have said, I said, oops, excuse me, I just farted. If I shit my pants, I would have said, oops, I gotta go. I just shit my pants. But it seems to be the talk of the town. I remember when Republican Ash was, when Lolly was snoring and she made it sound like I farted. Her and Brian was like, going at me, going at me. The truth farted, the truth farted. I went and made a little, I don't know, jib jab video where I was holding up a most wanted sign and it said most wanted for farting on a YouTube stream, which I didn't at that point. That was Lolly. But the other day, it really was me. And I owned it like a pro. Yes, Ninny. See, if you've got the link, I'll make you a moderator and you can drop that. You can send Valentine's Day cards to the kids of St. Jude. They love stuff like that. I worked there for 11 years, trust me. Ninny, you want to be a moderator to drop the link? Captain Obvious, apparently not. Diane doesn't fart. Carla doesn't fart. I guess I'm the only one on here that farts sometimes. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen on a live stream, but I owned it. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a little gassy Gus since they took out a foot of my colon. I can't help it. Normally it's Lolly snoring. I wasn't going to let Lolly take the rap for it again. Or not again, but I wasn't going to let Lolly take the rap for it. Usually it's her snoring. And people come in here and say, is that you farting? No, it's Lolly snoring. But this time it was me. Oh, Galway can't handle it. She can't handle the fart comments. No, I don't know how to do that, Ninny. Just don't mess with my channel. I'll have to be like Mr. Behaving and threatening to come and whoop your ass. There you go. Copy that link, guys. You can send Valentine's to the kids of St. Jude. I know I should have just blamed Lolly. But man, she takes she's in a bad way right now. Galway, can you take the link and drag Carla? Truth can't stay focused. I can never stay focused. There's not a whole lot more you can say about Carla other than she's full of shit. Is Lolly okay? Okay, listen to this. I've been running around all week cussing because I haven't gotten her test results back. And I'm like calling the vet all kinds of names and stuff behind his back. And I'm leaving messages at his office. And then I checked my voicemail and he actually did call me back, but he didn't tell me her test results. So now I'm like, I'm glad I didn't cuss him out in front of his face. But now I'm waiting for him to call me back to let me know what her test results show. Yes, shit happens. Yes, it does. I think Carla and friends should have done that behind the scenes. Lolly ain't so adorable now. She looks like a little piglet. Bye, Ninny. Have a great day. She did this to my good friend and lied on her and blocked her. So there's that. Who, Galway? Carla? shift happens. And I would have hit the mute button, but I was across the room. I was like in my bedroom, but I was a few feet away from the computer. So she did this to your good friend. Okay, I don't know what we're talking. I don't know who we're talking about, Galway. But I do know somebody else that put in they were discussing SA, and someone put in the chat how, you know, people are survivors, and they got freaking booted. Carla's lives always make you go to bed. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, Carla, you got what you wanted, chick, but leave me out of it, okay? Don't send him messages. I mean, send him all the messages you want. I don't give a shit. But don't send him messages with my name in it, okay? So you sound a little jelly when you're sending somebody messages at 1:00 in the morning and you're saying, "What about the truth? What about me? What are you trying to compare me to, Carla? That the fact that me and Brian have fought for years? Okay, that's not a big secret. But one thing I know about Brian is if I go at him, he's going to come back 10 times harder. And you know that too, Carla. And you are relishing in it. Don't pitch if you can't catch. His feelings are hurt, Pearls of Wisdom. You're very right about that. I know Brian well enough to know his feelings are hurt. He truly, truly cared about that group of women over there, which is why after they started going at him, I picked up the phone and said, Brian, don't go back at him. But he don't listen to me. Hell, if he listened to me, he would have told me 14 years ago, I'm right, he's wrong, done. Persian, according to them, their husbands are in their Discord with them. Now, I don't know about you guys. I won't give Jenny a view, hell on the ground. I have no problem confronting Carla. I'll go on Carla's panel and confront her. But will I go on Jenny Jen's and confront her? No. No, I won't give Jenny the view. Number one, I can't stand the Hondo, Vinny, Wog, stop. You all stop. I can't handle it. No, he does not let go of a bone. Brian does not. And the thing is he asked him 3 times, stop it, stop it, stop it. And they just kept going and going and going. So now they're going to get it back. Yeah, I can't handle listening to Jenny Jen talk. I can't. It sounds like she needs to fart. Brian is a human being with feelings. And Brian is one of those people that, you know, hurt people, really hurt people. And that's Brian's MO. I can't. I won't go on her panel. I like some aspects of Brian, but there's other ones I don't like. But that goes for everybody on here that I know personally behind the scenes or whatever. Tablet gate coming back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I should have given that to a homeless person, is what everybody was saying. But it has to be plugged into the wall because it was broken. But she even lied about that, Captain Obvious, because I emailed her 3 times wanting to know her address so I could send the tablet back. 3 times. Three times I emailed her and said, please send me your address, because I didn't keep her address when she sent it to me. I don't do that shit. I don't care where she lives. And then she lied and said she didn't get the emails. Well, that's funny, Carla, because you got every other email I ever sent you. So I wasn't going to listen to her mouth about the tablet anymore. I wasn't going to listen to people like J Mac and all of them go on and on about the tablet. So I busted the piss out of it. And to be honest with you, I had frozen shoulder at the time, and it kind of helped my shoulder. So it was a win-win for me. The one thing I noticed about Carla is, hey, Merrick, the one thing I noticed about Carla is she always throws shit in your face. She just did it the other day about Brian. Well, I sent him some things, and I sent his family some knitted caps, and, who cares? Make money digging into Molly. Nope, not going to do it, Natalie. Molly knows Molly knows how I feel about her. That I think she's a freaking nut. That what she's done in the past is criminal. But guess what? I'm not going to build my channel off of it. I'm not going to do it. I won't, Natalie. I won't do it. I just won't. Oh yeah, there's more than just Jenny's channel building off of Molly Golightly's back. Trust me. But you know what? Molly don't care either. I almost did, just me. Molly don't care how I feel about her. She doesn't care how these people feel about her. She doesn't care that people are building their channel off her back. She don't give a shit. If she hasn't proven that by now. But let's not forget when Molly and Carla were behind the scenes doing creepy shit. Now Carla wants to be mad because Brian's friends with Marissa? Nah, don't work that way. Exactly, full on hypocrisy. She's a piece of shit. Put up my super chat. Exactly. Nope, I'm not doing it. That's why you won't see her tagged in my live streams. You won't see none of that tagged in my live streams. I would eat out of a dumpster before I ate off the back of Molly Golightly. Sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. If there's people in here that like Marissa, hey, go for it. I used to too. Yeah, but hey, Molly was the one sending her doxes and stuff. Molly was the one sending Carla doxes and things. Remember when Carla got so excited because Molly Golightly was on her panel? Oh my God. You would have thought that a superstar had just jumped on her panel. She was so excited. Oh my God, Molly Golightly's here. It was kind of funny. I laughed at it. I got to give you credit. Again, Carla, you got to laugh out of me on that one. Of course she is. Because for every time they put her in a title or whatever they do, somebody goes over there and subs to her to watch her insanity. So, yay. Way to go, guys. Not only are you building your channels, you're building hers too. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Don't care. This was just going to go. I just went live long enough to address Carla. Carla, I simply stated that you should have stayed out of the fight between Vinny G and Brian. And that's still where I stand because you don't know the things that Vinny G has said and done to people on this platform. I'm not going to mention it because it's not going to do nothing but bring him back to that. He's just as ornery as Brian ever thought about being. But you run over there to Jenny Jen's impartial panel, okay? And keep running your mouth. And I'll guarantee you, Brian's going to keep running his. And when you brought that baby up, and then you put a dox out there of his entire family, you're no better than he is, Carla. Congratulations. All right, guys, I got to get off here. I got some things to do. And, right, MO, right. She was so starstruck when Molly come up on her panel. It was like, oh my God. Thank you, Galway, for dropping that. Please take a moment and send a Valentine's Day card to a child. And if it's not to St. Jude, send it to a nursing home or something, you know. Hell, remember when your kids were little, if you have children, and you would buy those little boxes of Valentine's Day cards? Go get a box of those and $10 worth of stamps and make somebody's day. Yep. Everybody have a fantabulous day. Have the day you deserve. Yes. She brought up the baby. Although she's known about this situation for years and she preached, please don't go at Brian about something that his son did. But she's mad, so she drug up the baby. Okay, whatever. At least I came on the scenes talking about it because I was there. I was a part of it. Guys, have a great day. I got to go. Love you all. And I will see you around the tubes.